Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Fujica, a place for budding and aspiring entrepreneurs. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in for another week. If this is the first time you've watched a video with us, welcome. Guys, before we go any further, I want to make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I drop a new video. And guys, do not forget to like the video. Okay, with that, let's get started. Today, guys, we are going to talk about how do you define your brand for your business. Whether you're starting a home care, whether you're starting an online business or a brick and mortar, you have to define your brand. This is how people are going to be able to recognize who you are as a business owner. Guys, I did a similar video on how to market your home care agency, and that's really how do you get your first customer. Brand awareness goes beyond attracting that first client. It's really developing who you are at your core, and it speaks to your audience with or without you saying a word. So if that's something you sound interested in, then stay tuned. Guys, the first tip I have for you is research your competition. You want to ask yourself, what are they doing? What's working for them? In your opinion, what's not working for them? If you had to figure out 2 words to describe them, what are those 2 words? What do they sell? Because hopefully they're either selling the same products that you are, or they're in a similar industry as you are. Once you can answer all of those questions, you're going to turn the tables. You may need to reach out externally for help for some of this, but at the very minimum, you can sit down and really ask yourself those questions. Make sure you set aside those things that you got to spend more time on, and from that you can start to develop an action plan, ensuring that you can create those things for your business that goes into developing your brand. Guys, if you're able to answer all those questions, then you should be able to truly define your target audience. If you know what your flagship product or service is, you know what's working for you, what's not. Well, who needs those services? Who needs that product? What does him or her look like? What age is she? What are their shopping habits? These are questions that you're going to dig just a little bit deeper. We're going to take it under the surface now so that you can get to that target customer. But once you know who you are, once you know what you sell, what your product is, what's working for you, what's not, you can develop that customer and understand what their needs are. All of this goes into building your brand. As you can see, your brand is now starting to come alive. The second step in all of this, guys, is to develop your brand personality. Guys, this step is kind of where you get to have a little bit of fun, because now you've done some research into your competition, right? You know what works for them, you know what doesn't work for them. From that, hopefully that story is coming together, because that story that you tell is what's going to separate you from your competitor. For instance, one thing that has really helped me in my consulting business is the fact that I am from the state of California. And guys, for those of you who've been with me for a while, you know, as I was trying to get licensed, I saw a lot of stuff online on other states. You know, definitely saw a lot of content for Georgia, for North and South Carolina. But when I was looking for content on YouTube on how to get licensed for the state of California, I came up empty every time. And so I had made a promise early on that if I got blessed by getting my license, that I would be able to produce content for people looking to get licensed in the state of California. Almost everyone who reaches out to me says, "You're so right, there's no content out there for California." And so that separates me from all of the other people who have their content out there on how to get licensed. And guys, there are a lot of people out there who are producing similar content. But what I was able to do early on was develop my niche, and people are actually starting to look for me based on my location. Guys, a third tip I have for you in this process is create your hook or your slogan. Now guys, I will add your logo in here too. So for those of you who look up my YouTube channel, you will see on there it says, "Together we can achieve great things." Guys, that's not just a slogan for me. That's actually a commitment from me to you, to anyone who's either looking at my content, supporting my content, or for those of you who are taking a step further and asking me to help consult for you. The reason why I was able to develop that, and the reason why I did develop that, is because I know sometimes I've noticed that sometimes when people reach out to me, they're a little disappointed, they're maybe unsure, they're uncertain in terms of the licensing process, but they know for sure that they want to start this business. And so the way that I look at it is, hey, together, you and I, we're going to achieve some great things. We're going to get your business started. We're going to get you licensed. And you're really going to take yourself to that next level. And you're pulling me along on the journey that is your professional life. And so whatever logo that I end up creating, it will have that slogan in mind. So this is going beyond deeper than you creating colors that stand for you, or this is deeper than making sure your logo is pretty. Really, that logo should dovetail into who you are as a brand and represent your business. So the fourth tip that I have for you guys is more like a question. And that question is, if someone were to be asked about your brand, what would they say? And so let's say you're just now developing your brand. Maybe people don't know anything about it. Then ask them that same question about you. And the reason why I say that is because you are your brand. And so I think I did a short video on that a while back, that you are your brand. Everything that you say, everything that you post, all of that speaks back to you and whether your target audience should trust you, should want to do business with you, what should they expect to receive from you and working with you and partnering with you. All of that is based on you. So really, whoever's in your inner tribe, ask them to answer that question. And you want to ask someone who will be honest with you, who will give you that constructive criticism if needed, and someone that you trust. You can do surveys. There's a whole bunch of ways that you can really get this information if you want it about yourself. And again, based on the feedback that you receive, you should be putting together an action plan to address those things to you that really matter, especially that really matters to your brand. The fifth question, guys, is really an extension of the fourth, which is, what do you want them to say? Somebody were to ask about your brand, what would you want them to say? And so really dig deeper than good or satisfactory. You know, I want someone to say that I am a person that is really willing to help people, you know, create the life of their dreams. That's bigger than, oh, hopefully people walk away with me getting their license. And even though that's the end goal, it's not necessarily the objective. I really want to be a partner with you to help you live the life that you would like to live and not the one that you're currently in. Because most of us are trying to level up. We're trying to take it to the next level. We're trying to take it to the next stage. And if I'm blessed enough to be a part of that, then that's where I shine. That's where I feel good. So really take the time to think of what are some of those key words that you would use. You know, for instance, I would hope people would say that I'm trustworthy, that I work hard on their behalf, that I'm knowledgeable. Those are some of the words that I hope would come up when someone asks about Simply Fujica. So you want to fill in those blanks for you. And guys, I would love, this is a comment moment. Please put down in the comments for your brand, what is it? And what are some words that you hope come to people's mind when they think of your brand? So I really challenge you guys to do that. I can't wait to hear from you and read some of them. Okay guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Guys, I hope that you were able to get something from this. Again, I really want us to dig in and take ownerships of creating and developing our brands, guys. We got this and we're doing this. So if I can motivate you in any kind of way, that's kind of like the goal for me. So guys, I hope you did like the video. I hope you had some takeaways. Guys, please make sure, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to like the video and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Okay guys, that's all I have for you this week. Stay blessed.